How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So, I got some solid gift ideas for that outdoorsman or prepper mindset or just prepared individual in your life that you're wondering what to purchase them. I got some cheap stuff and I got some expensive stuff, and then I got that stuff that hangs out in the middle that you can go, is it worth it that much? So we're gonna go over that. All the stuff that I have out in front of me is things that I have actually used. So first off, I am an Amazon affiliate. So yes, if you purchase a couple of these items, I get a few cents for it. But I am not going to recommend anything that I haven't personally used and think is legitimate for you to spend your money on. Because there's a lot of stuff that I use and just say nope, and I just never talk about it because I don't think it's worth it. All the stuff here is worth it in my opinion, and I actually use. So, get into some ideas here, simple stuff. What do you purchase people that, or what do you purchase for people that have interesting hobbies or like very key and specific things? You purchase things that will improve their life, even if it's kind of small, gimmicky, and you think it is. But things that improve their life, that is how you will get people to remember the gift items that you use. And we'll go over that here in a second. So, initially, first easy thing, you can literally just buy someone a pack of 3 extra phone charging cables, because literally no one has enough. And if you do, please comment that you have enough cables, because I would like to meet you, because I feel like any room that I go in, I look around and go, I don't have a cable. But the cool thing, or a multiplier, is after you purchase a few of these, because you can use them in your car or upstairs or, in your bedroom and wherever you are, you need cords. But the multiplier is getting a USB extension cable. So a male and a female end that you can plug into to give you more length, like across the room. Awesome for airports, especially when the outlets are like all the way over there and you're sitting in a chair because they, for some reason, don't put the chairs right next to the outlets and you're stuck there. These things are awesome. Across the living room, just even in your bedroom, if there's an outlet or something like that over there, these things are awesome. They're cheap and someone will thank you, and they're an awesome stocking stuffer. So next, when it's cold outside, what I use is electronic rechargeable hand warmers. I talk about these things a lot because I use them literally all the time. They can be used as a battery brick too to charge your phone. So if you don't want to use this to heat up your hands, which you can, there's 3 settings, you just throw it in the pocket. Cool, nice and warm. They last about 6 to 12 hours depending on what setting they're on, and they are worth it. Trust me. And if you want to charge your phone off of it, it is a battery bank. They make a couple different models. I'll throw them in the description box below. Also, you have your actual recharging bricks. These are a pretty solid thing to go with because everybody uses these days. Anchor is pretty much my go-to. Not affiliated with them. They have no idea I'm saying this. It's just I like their products and I think they are worth it. This one was literally purchased, I think, in 2014 or 15, and it still works just fine. No issues, and I use it all the time. So next, interestingly enough, is sunglasses. But not just any sunglasses. Get the Ballistic lenses. Now, these are Wiley X's, WX's, if I recall, but they are ballistic lenses in them, meaning they will stop, shrapnel or other things that could possibly get in your eye. Dust, particle, debris, if you're involved in an accident, if you like wearing sunglasses in the car, glass comes back, this will protect it. $100 roughly. I think they're like 90 something. But these are good sunglasses, really good. And yeah, they're a little expensive, but would you pay $100 not to be blind? Personally, I would. So yes, just get sunglasses that are good, ballistically rated, and you're pretty good. Yeah, heck, even get a couple pair, because you always bring them inside and then you forget about it, and then you drive away and then they're back at home and you're like, I wish I had my sunglasses. It's nice just to have a few pair laying around. Now, another interesting backpacking based item is a water filter. Now, this one is not a typical Life Straw. This is a Sawyer Mini. This Sawyer Mini filters 100,000 gallons of water. Yes, I said that right, 100,000 gallons for this little thing that's $25. You can use this in an emergency kit in your car, put it in your backpacking kit. You can use it full time if you are a backpacker. Anything. If you get someone this, they're going to enjoy it, or they're going to use it as an emergency item, And it's only 25 bucks for 100,000 gallons to drink clean water. Pretty solid deal if you ask me. Now getting into more cutlery basis, if you want to go expensive route, I recommend a Benchmade Osborne 940 for a knife. This is probably about the $170, $180 mark, but this is a great knife. I carry this for an entire year. Pretty much I carry all my knives for an entire year and then go off to another one. So I have pocket time with this for 365 days, and this is an awesome blade. This is a more expensive blade that, you know, a gentleman's blade or a gentleman's pocket knife, perfect size, weight is amazing, blade, all this stuff. Honestly, just get this knife for that individual. They will not regret it. Now, if they are someone that loses things often or loses knives, maybe you don't want to commit to the whole $180 knife if they're going to lose it in a couple months. What I recommend is Spyderco Tenacious Lightweight. $40, but it's quality steel and it's lightweight, very durable. I've been carrying this for about 11 months now, about to transition to something new. Whatever my wife purchased me, it's pretty much how we do it, is she just purchased me a new knife, and that's what I'll run with for the entire next year. But this was the knife she selected for me last year, and it is an outstanding knife. 40 bucks, so if they lose it, kind of like, yeah, oh well. Don't get the gas station ones, the cheap ones. They're gonna literally purposely lose those just so you buy them something nice like this anyway, so don't waste your money on the gas station cheap stuff. Next is Leathermans, or multi-tools, I guess you could say, pliers. Some people like these, some people don't. You can always put them in a glove box. Now, this is the Leatherman P4, which is really nice. This is kind of a newer model, very easy to open, one-handed open actuation. This is the free P4. I like it. This is what I currently carry, but I did carry the Leatherman Wave for years, and I still like it. It's still beat up. And if you want to go down that route, get the bit kit that goes along with it. They kind of marry together. You don't really use it too much, but when you do need it, it's really handy, unless you actually have a set of tools nearby or something like that. But most of the time we're caught without tools and we need something. So this kit right here, just these two, work extremely well together. Now, another thing that I use quite a bit is headphones. Cool, so all of these are Tozo branded. Now these are like the old generation ones that I've used a long time ago. Worked really well. I mean, I think I've had these things for like 2 or 3 years. And then I moved to the NC2s, which of course these are a little bit smaller. They have noise cancellation. Some people don't like these for some reason, but I've been using them for about 8 months now and they work extremely well. And I just bought a second set, honestly, just because in case I lose these, I want them again. Not like the Apple AirPods are like, you know, $100 or $200. I think these are like 30 or 40 bucks on sale. And they do all the same stuff. And if you lose them, you're kind of like, I'll just go buy another set, because you could literally buy several of these sets for one of the Apple AirPod ones. So why not? I like them. They work the same way. Next is a belt. Now this is an interesting based belt because it is a cash belt, or something that has a small sleeve that rolls all the way inside that you can place things like money or whatever you want to put that are small items in here to conceal it. You know, you can put, you know, your sear tools or your escape and evasion tools or fire starting equipment. If they go out, you know, hunting often, you can put a small survival kit in here so they don't lose it or leave it at home and then they're out there and like, hey, I need stuff. It is always in their belt with them. So it can be anything. You can put, you know, slips of paper with backup phone numbers if you're not good with mind or with memorizing, you know, phone numbers. You can just place anything. And it's nice because it has a bottle opener literally in the belt buckle portion. So that's pretty nice if you like, you know, beverages at any time of the day or night that you don't have a bottle opener for. So it works out pretty well. Next, one thing is a hat. Wool. This is a merino wool. This is made by Smart Wool. I wear this thing all the time because it is very nice and very warm. It's a little expensive, about $30, but it feels nice and it's wool. So wool-based products normally perform better in a lot of scenarios, better than, you know, your synthetics or other stuff like that. And pretty decent company, and it is held up very well. So just a simple hat works out really well. Now, if you're kind of a nerd and you want to, or you would like this person in your life to be more organized, get them kind of nerdy, get them a label maker. Honestly, my wife got me one and I was like, yeah, kind of want it, kind of don't. And then I started using it. I'm like, wow, this thing really works. You just label everything like around the garage and all this stuff so you know where your items are for organizational purposes. You're like, hey, the knives are here and this and blah, blah, blah. Something simple like this works extremely well. It's kind of a goofy product, but then when you start using it, you realize like, guess it's not really that nerdy after all. Maybe it is, but it still works really well and I highly recommend it. Lastly, very interesting thing is a whoopee. Now this one is kind of cool and I purchased for my kids. This is a baby whoopee. So my kids had a tiny little whoopee or a poncho liner. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what a whoopee is, it is a military poncho liner. Now they make adult ones too that I use all the time. They're great for camping, going to the beach, stuff like that. They are a warm but breathable insulation like layer. You can lay it out, you know, sit on top of it. You can wrap up in it. I mean, I use it as a summer sleep system for backpacking and camping and stuff like that. It works really well. And they're about $40 or $50 and they last for literally ever. And they have an awesome, interesting feel. When you first get them, they kind of feel rough or just real stiff. Throw them in the dryer a couple times and honestly, they really fluff up and they're really pleasant and enjoyable to sleep with or next to or just use for whatever you like. So I pretty much went over just random basic stuff that I would recommend. I have literally used all of these products and I currently actually use all of these products at the moment. So there's nothing that I don't use really anymore. I guess the knife because I kind of retired it, which the Benchmade, but it is still an awesome knife and I wish I didn't have to move to something, but that's what I do. So like I said, all this stuff is listed in the description box below in links. I'll probably try to put pricing in there with it so you can just quick reference rather than clicking all the links and that's just annoying. Definitely like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. These are just literally my recommendations on what I use to improve my life that has worked for me. And more than likely, if it worked for me, it could possibly work for you or that person you're buying for. So why not? Give it a shot. I like all these items. And I literally use them every single day. I'm looking across here and I literally use every single one. So thank you and happy holidays. I hope you all have a great day. All right. Now I gotta put this all back in my pockets and all this locations of where it came from.